Okay. Okay, gamers. Okay, gamers. Links are posted. All that shit. Now let me just check my audio on my thing. Testing. We'll do it live. It's alive, chat. It's alive. It's alive. That's something, fun fact actually. New thing that, I know that we've just started, but take a shot for new thing Ghost is doing. I've been experimenting in my head with he, it pronouns. And I think I've landed on most of the time he, but it, as in it's alive, also feels correct a lot of the time. So, he, him in the way that you might revert to like a guy, and then it, it's in the way that you might refer to the monstrosity that you've built with your own hands and have brought to life against the will of God. Which, dude, if that's if that's not the most ghost shit you ever heard in your life, dude. Yeah, you remember, weeks ago, a couple weeks ago when I was talking about Frankenstein so much? Yeah. Yeah. In a surprise to nobody, Ghost really relates to Frankenstein for some reason. Okay. Okay. So we're sketching today. And I know I said, literally like last week, that sketching on stream did not work. Well, I didn't learn anything. So, what we have happening here today is I've already made a list. Of some themes and motifs that I'm going to work from, because it helps me to have, a list of ideas to go off of instead of just trying to remember everything off the dome. Because I can't remember things, but as with, it's kind of the same thing I've been trying to do, in my life. But like, if I write things down, I don't even have to look at it, but the act of writing it down helps me remember it. I think that's pretty common. But it's something that I've, just recently been really trying to take advantage of in things other than homework, because that was how I did all of my homework in high school. Was I would take notes in class, and then the act of taking notes in class was enough to like memorize all the information, so I never studied for any tests or anything, because I already had the information memorized from writing them down as notes the first time. I never looked at my notes again. I just remembered that I had written it down, and that helped me remember it. So, by the way, that's also how I've been able to stick to any sort of coherent stream schedule whatsoever. By writing it down in my calendar. And I don't look at the calendar, but I remember that I wrote down that on Tuesday morning I stream. So, and that's really helpful for me because, again, similar to other people with similar neurodivergencies, I love routine, but I'm really, really shit at building routine. So I need all the help I can get. All right, so we're gonna start with just some vulture shapes. Do I have a vulture reference up? That's a good question. I don't think I do. Let's get one. So you're just gonna look at that list for a minute while I Google vulture images. I think I want... What kind of... Ooh, these are nice. That's a nice one. nice wing structure. Alright. We're going to, let's see, do I have, where's my references? Where's my references? Alright. We're gonna go with that for now. I can add another one if I so choose. But in the meantime, we're gonna load up this vulture into our little reference window over there. Shout out the Clip Studio reference window, by the way. I love this thing. I know other people put it like directly on the canvas, but I like to have it over there so it doesn't take up canvas space that I need for other things. Okay, let's just do this shape real quick because I really like this shape. I like the way the wings sort of turn up over there at the end, on this end here. You see that? That's really cool. So yeah, I'm working out some designs for you know, it's stuff I might wanna sell is what I'm doing right now. And I know I said that was what I was doing last time I was sketching, but that was just for funsies. This is for realsies this time, because I actually have a concept and like a greater idea that I'm working from here. These wings are not big enough. Cause damn, vultures got long wings. Okay, that didn't do anything. Let's try this again. Let's just pull this out like that. Yeah. I do like this this shape as kind of its own thing. So I think what I'm gonna do for this first one here, this other wing needs some. Well, I'm not doing exactly the same shape here. I've done a little bit of a different thing, but need to fix that. I like the there's sort of a two-tone thing going on there in the underside of the wing. That's cool. I haven't noticed that before. I really like these little guys. They're so funny. I love vultures. They're silly, goofy guys. You have a little bit of a neck. Yeah, like that. On the tail, pretty straight out, very aerodynamic. Big birds. They're big birds and they hover. Those feet little tucked in little claws, like that. Yeah, I like that. But I think for this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a silhouette. We're gonna silhouette this fella here. We're gonna have him. We're gonna do a couple of them probably. We're gonna do this. And then yeah, I think we'll fill it in with like a dark gray so you can still see some of the details and stuff. But so that it's clearly, you know, silhouetted and all that nonsense. All right. I did a bad job closing these lines, dude. Damn, but I'm not gonna fix it because this is a sketch, and I don't fix my sketches. Or rather, I do, but I shouldn't, because it's wasted time. I just need to get the shapes in there. I don't know, dude. I don't know why I bother posting links anywhere, because literally, like, who up on who up at 9 on Tuesday morning watching Twitch, specifically like art on Twitch? Like, I guess I could see it if you're a gamer with a capital G, but like, who up watching the art category on Twitch at fucking 9 a.m.? Nobody. That's who. Yeah, so we've got that. We're gonna put these in the folder together, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna and then I think we can, if we make both of these a little smaller, I think we can. Oh, and then if we put this one like slightly bigger underneath, and then this one a little higher up, further away, then we can put another third one up even higher. Like so. Yeah. And then let's see. So this one is this is okay. So this one's the top. And we're gonna fill this one a little bit darker. And then this one is the middle. And we're gonna fill this one just a touch darker. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do with this yet, but it's something. So we can save this to consider at a later time. So we've got circling. Well, you're right there. I think we'll keep this reference, but we'll do different shapes. Ooh, I've got deer up there. That's right. That's what I was gonna do. Okay. So new plan, actually. So we're going to duplicate these, and then we're going to get rid of the lines. So that we've got just our shapes. We don't need them in the folders if there's no lines. Unnecessary folderage is the GPU killer. Or I guess that's RAM, whatever, the RAM killer. Circling, no lines. And then for this one, we're gonna turn it a little bit. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna put it into, and then here we're going to put. Okay, put that at 40. I think, for now. I'll put this black. So I think we'll do like, I think a skull here, neck, shoulders, rib cage, spine, hips, bones. Whatever. Are these anatomically accurate? Absolutely not. Does it matter? No, not even a little bit. I think they've got a little bit of a tailbone. Whatever. This is a deer. I'll make it accurate later. I don't remember what deer hip bones look like. Not human, but and then I think actually their hind legs go like that. Yeah, that's better. And front legs do the same thing but backwards. And then we got hooves. The hooves stick around. That's, I think, mostly accurate. Whatever. It's accurate enough for our purposes here at the moment. Let's see, can we make this so that it's not tangenting with the vultures so bad? Bump this up to 60, see how that looks. Yeah, this little one's getting lost. I think actually I want to make it not bigger, but smaller. Like that. Yeah, I mean, I think the bones are slightly more accurate, but still super not. Let's grab a reference. Okay, well, I wasn't too far off. I don't want one with... Do I want one with antlers just to make it clearer? I think I do, actually. That's good. I'll save that. Okay. I hope it will let me load that, because that's not a... Damn. Won't let me load it. Let's see, that's pretty good. Alright. No, I don't want a WebP. I can't load those into my Clip Studio. There we go. JPEG, my beloved. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so okay, we're not too bad. We're not too far off. There's way more of a gap than I realized between the rib cage and the back legs. And obviously this drawing probably isn't completely accurate either, but it's more accurate than what I got going on, so I'm gonna go with it. And the hip bones are really, really smushed over there. And then the tailbone. Alright, hip joints are like here. Bones. Bones are so sick, dude. You ever looked at bones? There's so much going on with bones. They're so cool. I think like that. Like that. And then way more beefy rib cage and way more neck as well. Alright, so spine, rib cage, shoulders coming down like that. bones. Neck bones. I always lose my freaking viewer list. Not that I think there's anyone in here, but like, I know there is a viewer list, I just don't fucking know where it is. It's mostly because I'm doing this on my phone. That's why. I don't know where to find it on my phone. Those neck bones are a disaster. Hold on. What's happening here? Let me do that. That's fine. Interesting. Interesting little one at the top there that kind of goes back. And then the head will be, we'll get our jaw. Nostrils, eyeballs, head slope thing, whatever that part's called. Just mostly a straight line, actually, now I look at it. A little bit of that nose thing coming off the front there, like that. And then let's see. I think I want the other one to be like broken off, because antlers don't survive on skulls that long. They, you know, snap off and that kind of thing. Plus it makes it a little more visually interesting. And we'll you know, drop it off down to the side here, and we'll move these fellas somewhere else, make those a little smaller up in the corner. I swear to God, hold on, sorry, I swear to God there's a yeah, okay. Let me mute that. I'll just do it in here. I'm not going to be in mod view, because that, why would I be? There's no point. Okay. So, how's these? So, okay, so this goes way more forward is what I'm seeing. And then it goes back like that. There's some joints that go back. And then just kind of straight down, huh? A little bit wonky. A little bit wonky. What's wonky here? What am I seeing that's wonky? I think the neck is too long and the rib cage is too small, is what I'm seeing. So let's beef it. Let's beef it up a little bit. Yeah, like that. And then I think head can be a little smaller. Does that scale look about right? I think back legs I want to make a little bit bigger as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to put this down. Let's put this on 65, and then we'll jack these up to this. But then we'll make him a multiply layer. There we go. Yeah, so this is, we're gonna call this deer. And I think we're gonna make these green. We're gonna use green today as our main highlight color. That's usually what I go for as my main highlight color, but I also go for orange or red sometimes. Alright, what else do I have on my list here that we can do? Let me just actually finish highlighting all these so that I don't have to do it later. And then if I want to mess around with some like background colors and stuff, then I'll use blue for that. Because blue is my background folder color. Alright, let's see. I don't want to reuse too much of these shapes, but I do want to, when it's more efficient to reuse them, I would like to, you know? I need to turn the opacity on the deer back up. I don't know why I thought turning it down was the move. It's not. Okay, what else do we have? Closed shapes, eh? Closed shapes. What is that? What did I mean by that? Okay. Yeah. So what I meant by that was very simple. Let's go find a different vulture reference. Yeah, that's good. No, that's even better. Is it blurry as fuck, though? Yeah, it is blurry as fuck. Okay. Different one. It's not blurry as fuck. Shout out JPEGs. Shout out JPEG images. Alright. There we go. Look at this fella. Let's get all up in his business here. Let's look at this face. Let's have a look at this face. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to just have, you know, a silhouette that's really, like I posted on Instagram. I posted the paintings from my Whiskey When We're Dry cover. Fucking phenomenal book. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, and in those covers, especially in the back cover with the really heavy shadows, what I did was I built it, you know, entirely in black and white. So I used, like, you know, it was very lasso tool heavy. Used a lot of shape building in this way, so I would fill that in, and then I would go like that to make, you know, make shapes, and I really like the way that turned out, so I would like to do that again with a vulture, because look at these like really interesting like neck shapes here. There's a lot you can do with that, so let's just get up all in this guy's business here. What do we see here? I see that's a nice curve. There's the neck puffy thing. The collar. What, I know it's got a name. I don't remember what it is. We'll just make it a real elegant fella here. Give him a nice bust. Give him nice titties. And then that just goes kind of around like that. don't have as severe of an eye thing. What's it called? The skeletal structure doesn't have really rounded eye sockets above the head, like you can see sometimes with like eagles and whatnot. All right, so now that we have our shape, let's start blocking in some inside shapes. So you kind of see what I'm on about when I talk about these shadow shapes. So this is probably good to stay one shape. Maybe we'll go like that, puff it out a little bit more, get rid of that, maybe fill that in. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think for the most part, I think we'll maybe go like that. Ah, wait a minute. That's no good. That's no good. Close the shapes, close the shapes, close the shapes. Like so. And then let's get all up in the face here, because there's some really interesting shapes going on here. So let's see, there's like a really heavy, ooh, actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make him really defined, really nice. I think his beak is a little shorter than that. This is all sketching, by the way. This is all, you know, ideas. None of this is going to be final, which is why I'm relying on reference so heavily, so that I don't have to later. And I think this, we also want to shadow that. Let's see, just a little shape there. Ooh, and then this is a fun one. This is a fun shape. All right, we'll go there. We'll go there, like that. That. What's his eye socket's very interesting. We'll make him really really haunted looking. That's kind of my favorite thing about vultures, is that they look so haunted at all times. They look like they've seen, well, they've seen so much nasty shit, death, whatever, and they didn't even care, because that's just their food. And that's metal as fuck. Alright. Sort of bringing back in some more of these neck wrinkles here. And there's a few of them on the head, but I think we'll sort of ignore those for the most part. And then I think we've got another line there. And then I do want to differentiate the tip of the beak, like so. Oh yeah, baby. And then maybe less differentiation on that. Yeah, that's pretty fucking sick. Alright, and then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in this. Yeah, like that. Do I want it to meet here? I think I do, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll call that, cut shapes. And then maybe we can put some text on there if we want. Depending. Alright, what else do we have? What else do we have in our list here? Well, let me save real quick, so it's not a nightmare when I need to later. Let's see. So, we've got a couple of these. Eyes. Ooh, we can go for. We can sort of break away a little bit from our animals here. Actually, let me lock these real quick so I'm not tempted, or so I don't fuck them up. Okay. I had a thought. What was it? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this one is going to be. We're going to call this one a blue. Even though it is a main idea, but we're gonna be we're gonna bring some color and tone in here. So let's grab that. We'll grab that. We'll make a square like that. Let's see, reds and orange like that. Maybe like the new nasty. More yellow than that. Yeah, there we go. I just want to paint. I just want an excuse to paint, basically, is what I'm saying here. So we'll do that, and then we'll think a little bit of this, like, green brown, very high desert. We'll do that. And then I think more of this, bring more of that in. And then that green brown can sort of build up a little bit, and then we'll bring some more orange and brown in. Yellows, brighter yellows than that, damn. Alright. And then we'll do like I think blue is a good contrasting color, but does that convey the sense of dread that I kind of want this to have? Because we're doing a combo here. What we're doing is we're combining eyes and sunset. Well, I think we can keep the blue as just a, for now, as you know, the sketch color. And then that will really stand out. And then over the top of that, we'll do a hard light like that. And then, like, really Well, okay, no. So the deal will be that if we've got to have the blue. That's a really fun blue sky. And then what we can do is we can make these red. And then we can do some fun stuff with the light. Like that. And then we can maybe fade it out to like a blue wash as it gets further away. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. All right. And then inside of these, I think we'll just want to do something like this. Yeah, that's much better. That's interesting. We'll see. We'll see about that. I don't want to keep those colors as they are, for sure. But that's an interesting starting point, for sure. Alright. What else we got? I don't want to use too many of these all at once. I want to leave some for another time or for further iteration. I don't mean to go quiet. I'm just trying to think here. This is why I didn't want to sketch on stream, but this is already going about 1 billion times better than last time. Thank you. Note taking and writing things down. All right. Oh yeah. Whoops, I locked them. Okay. Make them smaller again. Shove them over in the corner. I wonder, actually I probably should, don't want to make them a file object, actually. I changed my mind. Alright. Lock them again. Alright. What are we doing here? Actually, wait, stop. I know I know I keep futzing, but that one can go there. Call that sunset. Move that here. Alright, there we go. Right, what do we think about this business? What haven't we used yet? Blood, dark, well, we have used dark shadows, ruins, and lost are some of the ideas we haven't used yet. Ruins, lost. Lost ruins, lost in the ruins. Help, I lost my ruins. I found them and then they're gone. I misplaced them. Did you look under the bed? What the fuck, dude? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do ruins next. Sorry, futzing with the mic. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I'm gonna do that. Okay. Let's see. Let's fix our colors. Back to white, back to black. Okay. Because I think I Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? There is nothing more evocative to me than a white desert chapel. You seen those things? You seen those out just completely alone in the desert? Pure white walls. And you think, who goes there? Because you gotta go out of your way to go there. Anyway, much to think about. So we can make, let's see. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do kind of the same thing. We're gonna do another blue one here. Kind of the same thing, where we're gonna grab sort of a gentle background color, like a light, a blue, a sunset, a sky. We're gonna grab a sky color so that we can do this the way that I'm seeing it in my head here. A nice desert blue sky. Well, desert blue skies are usually a little darker, actually. So yeah, like that. Yeah, no, that's a desert blue sky. All right, sort of, like that, go like that. I think this one will be vertical, actually. We're gonna make this one vertical. Yeah. So a lot of what I've been thinking about is kind of some of the stuff that I talked about last week with the neurodivergency stuff. I've been thinking about that a lot, sort of trying to thinking back through my life and thinking about, literally everything I've ever done and being like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Because it doesn't start in high school. I talked about high school last week. It doesn't start in high school. It never starts in high school. It started when I was very, very small. And it's so interesting because I know the word masking is really strongly associated with autism, and I don't think that's me. I don't think that's accurate to my experience. But I think the idea of masking itself is, and I don't think it's unique to autistic people's experience. I think it's something that many kinds of neurodivergent people can experience, because what it means essentially is hiding your neurodivergency by acting, basically. Playing like, or I guess like taking cues from everybody else about what you should be doing and just copying that as best as you can. And it's only been recently that I've sort of realized that I've been doing that my whole life and I've never noticed. And I think that's a part of why I was, having so much of a sort of paralyzing emotional struggle. Because the thing about, if you've been masking your whole life, just pretending to do, or acting the way that other people expect you to, and pretending to do the things that other people are doing, you don't actually learn how to do anything. You only know how to pretend to do anything. So now that I'm at a place where pretending to do things is no longer acceptable, I was having kind of a hard time. And I'm figuring it out slowly but surely. We're figuring it out, but it was definitely a hard thing to sort of realize that, oh, wait a minute, I've never been myself a day in my life. I don't know what it means to just exist, to be my own person, and to do what matters to me, which is a lot of what the I know I meme a little bit on the new thing Ghost is doing, but that's kind of what that means, is just figuring out like, what do I actually like, what do I actually want, what is actually meaningful to me. Anyway, those are just the thoughts that I've been having. So I think, well, hold on. Let me grab another reference here. Shout out references, dude. I love. Hey, excuse me. Thank you. God, this pen. I love my tablet, but this pen is a nightmare to work with sometimes. Okay. When I'm not drawing specifically, because you can use it as a mouse, but like it really doesn't work that well as a mouse. But sometimes it tricks you into thinking it will. No, those are too nice. Yeah. Now that's the shit I'm talking about. I want one with a steeple. Give me one with a steeple, please. Thank you. No. WebP my enemy. WebP image my enemy. Okay. That does not look like a real image. Not using that. That does not look like a real image either. That's a 3D render. Yeah. Exactly what I'm talking about. I know this one's in Texas. I've been using Oregon High Desert as my reference point, but this one's in Texas, and it is, ooh baby, that's a good one. Yeah, look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. All right, cool. So now we can sort of rearrange our shape here. The shading is not doing what I wanted it to be doing. And then we can sort of do that cutout thing. And then we could put the bell there, but I've got a different idea. Ah. Ah, ah. Ah. I know there's an easier way to do that. I forgot how to do it. And I'm not going to futz around and figure it out. Alright. So we'll go like that. And then I think, yeah. This is on an angle, so we'll angle it like that. As long as a little white church in the middle of a desert getting burned, and I'll take your heart. What the fuck are you talking about, Patrick? I know it's not Patrick's lyrics, but Patrick's the one saying them, so that's who I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna make this a little easier on myself. There we go. Alright. No. There we go. that? What the hell? What in the goddamn? Is that the bell? Must be. I don't know what else it would be. Alright, whatever. Strange looking bell. So, and then the roof. Well, no, this is its own section here, it appears. So we'll shade down like that. Throw in a little more like that. Do those shadows make sense? I'm not altogether certain that those shadows make sense. So if the shadow is on this side, that means the sun's over here. Yeah, okay. I don't need to be doing this. I really don't need to be doing this so intensely, whatever. But I am, because I like to. That's the secret to, like, pleasing me, making me happy, is if you just let me paint. Alright. I think that's mostly fine. I'm gonna actually do a little bit of we're gonna do a glow pass here. A sunlight pass. Yeah. And then there, I think we do want to do some. There's some, maybe not so pink, but a little bit pink, a little bit of pink clouds, like, just for contrast's sake, you know. Yeah. And then I think we'll put it behind so that you can see it. We'll have it facing the other way, because they're all facing one direction, and that's and I think we'll have it cawing. It's the bell. That's the idea. And then we'll give him I think white is an interesting eye color. Reminds me of bearded vultures, which I love. They're insane looking. And then we can do a little bit of like so. I'm pretty sure that's how their beaks open. That looks right. got sort of the bird of prey raptor hunch a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now let's make him look like he belongs. I always do this. As soon as I start painting, I just shut up because I'm getting so into it. Okay, and then I think we want to. The only red that I want this fella to have is going to be on the head. That'll make him really stand out from the background with that desert blue. And then that way we can really shape out the eye a little bit more. Like so. Make that. Yeah, that's much better. Alright. And then I guess we'll throw a really quick multiply over the top. Because I think that's the angle that it would be hit by the sun. Like that. Like that. And then we'll give it a little bit of a glow there. Yeah. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick, fellas. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. Very happy about that. Okay. I think let's just clean this up a little bit. Maybe arch that a little bit more. Yeah. Cool. Okay. That one's a little heavy duty. in terms of folder layer count, but that's fine. Yeah, that fits just right. Oh, and then what else was I gonna do? I'm gonna do this real quick. Not that. Yes, that. There we go. Alright. Call that one Bell. Now that we're done with those, we can unlock all of these. I'm pretty happy with these, honestly. Now I think what I just have to do is I just have to sort of figure out what the plan is with all of these. Oh, I forgot to change the stream name. I was going to work more on this, but I did a little bit more in my free time, and I realized that whatever I was doing with this right arm over here was not working. It was not correct. It was not good. So I need a little more time to stew on that. But as you can see, we've sort of finished defining all of the shapes on my boy Kamo here. And we haven't started Rocky yet, but I've got his face figured out. I've got his shapes figured out. So we'll get there. We might as well do. I think I'll do that next week, or maybe I'll do, a bonus stream sometime this weekend. But I really wanted to get started on this stuff because, I want to make sure that I have everything that I want to have done. And, printed in time. And, applications for Inkfest aren't. Damn, also, I missed the submission window for Dark Market again. I've been trying to submit to Dark Market since my freshman year. I'm a senior. I have not once managed it. Not once. I don't understand why the Dark Market submission cutoff is so early in the year, because I'm never ready for it. And, I've submitted for other things, and I've submitted for, general consignment, but I've always wanted, the Dark Market is, my shit. I love the Dark Market, but I never make the submission cutoff, because of the neurodivergency. I forget it's there. I forget it's happening. So I think the one that I really want to play with right now is these are all pretty good. These are all pretty good kind of on their own. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do, what should I call it? I'm gonna call it Feast. I like a snappy one-word title. All right. I like the style that I used for Omen. So I want to do the same thing here. We'll not use that. We'll make this the sketch. And then let's see. Let's throw in our background shape here. And I wanted it to have this kind of red, blood sand kind of idea, because that's blood is one that we didn't get to. And since these are bones, I think that's kind of the best way to bring that element in. I'm getting into my, or I already was anyway from painting that church one. I'm in the painting zone. I'm in the zone. So I want to keep going. I want to keep it going, because if I stop now, then I'll lose all my momentum, and I don't want that to happen. So sort of clean up these edges here, like that. Yeah, perfect. All right. A little bit more on this side. Yeah, okay. And this is like this is a top-down view, obviously, so the texture in terms of what we can do on the ground is a little bit limited, but not so limited that we can't make it, interesting and clear. And then maybe we can also throw some, like, ground shadows in on top. And some, little rocks and things. Because if there's one thing a high desert has, it's little rocks and things. That looks pretty good. Bring a little more of that dark orange back in. And then let's see. We'll throw in some little put the sun maybe where we put the sun will determine the these fellas. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna blow up the shapes kind of a lot, and then have them cut off a little bit like that. And I mean, that's gonna go on top, not clipped. But then this is gonna be clipped to the background. I think what's happened with this rock here is that it's put the shadow, or it's put the sun down here. So that's where the sun is. And then I'm gonna throw a, yeah, like that, like that, like that. Yeah, it's gonna be not like it's just gonna be like slightly past high noon or whatever, so that we can see the shadows, but we don't have, you know, long sunset shadows. I'm using that first rock down here to sort of define the style of the rest of them. Because rocks are hard. I'm not good at rocks, but I gotta try rocks. And, you know, rocks are, you know, an important thing to, you know, learn how to do, right? Because everywhere's got rocks. There's fucking rocks everywhere. So if you're an environment artist and you can't draw rocks, that's sort of difficult. Sort of makes your life a lot more challenging. So I'm just kind of faking in rocks, you know? Like these are not the world's most accurate rocks. Absolutely not. Just so we're clear. But they're rock-esque, which is mostly what matters. And then we'll bring back some of this. And then we'll grab the multiply layer again. Yeah, I think this multiply layer is really going to be what makes it you know, as clear as it's going to get that these are rocks, and that they're, you know, standing out from the background a little bit. And then I think we're also gonna throw in some plants, some desert plants. What's our brush gonna be for those? I think we'll do one of these textured ones, like that. No, not enough texture. How's that? Wrong kind of texture. Well, it might work smaller, actually, if I make this smaller. No. What I'd love is like a... What about this? Yeah, that's better. thing about high deserts is that they have plants. Well, most deserts do have plants, but high deserts have these really short, stout little plants. Yeah, like that. And they're really sort of hard to draw in their own little unique way because they don't really have much of a structure. Well, they have a lot of structure actually, and that's the problem. It's just how much fucking structure they have, because they're not like, they're kind of hard to cheat, you know. Ooh, that's wrong. That's the incorrect color to be using there. I think, yeah, like that. That's much better. Because when things have a lot of structure like this, then it's kind of hard to just cheat them, you know? Because if you just do, you know, random lines, kind of like I'm doing, then it looks fake, you know? It truly does. Bring back our, but I mean, I think that's fine. That's fine for what I'm doing here. I don't need the most realistic plants in the world, plants and rocks in the world. Because this is not the point. The plants and the rocks are not the point. That's too much. That's way too much. Too much plant. Okay. A little more strategic plant placement will do me some good. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's a little better. I think I need to get rid of this one too. Yeah. Find sort of this color. Let me go up a little bit, and then we'll just start filling this baby in. All right. Whoops, I did it again. I'm too in the zone, guys. I'm too in the zone. Also, I've just realized in doing this that the neck is way too short. There was like, how many neck joints were there? There were like 12. No, there weren't that many, but there were a lot more than I've got here, so I think we'll go like that. We'll do like that many. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. And then we'll do like that for the antler. And then we'll just, I think, copy that shape. Slap it on the head there. Whole thing we're gonna move down and over a little bit, like so. I think that's pretty good, and then we can sort of fix the shading in there. Okay, and then these babies. Okay, multiply. Not as dark a blue as the ground multiply, but still blue. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, fine. Yes, that's darker blue. Whatever. Whatever, man. I don't even care. Why are these not multiplying? I would like them to multiply all the way through, please. Alright, fine. Whatever. Please let me multiply all the way through. Ah. Oh. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Silly. I'm silly. Yeah, there we go. And then remember to clip those to the background. And then we can kind of fade out these edges because they're far away. Especially on these ones. I think 80? 80 looks good. Yeah. Actually, hold on, let me keep this one here, this closest one, about as solid as it gets, and then on this one we'll just kind of fade out some of these smaller details, and then for this one we'll fade out a lot of it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, that's so sick, actually. Oh, that's so sick. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Okay. Now we want to do a little bit of... Right. This is antler. And we're going to fill this in with sort of that dark color, like that. And I think what I actually want to do is I actually want to, let me do the plants. And then let me do a little bit of a mask, actually. Because what I want to do, actually, well, no, I think the easier thing to do would be to move this above. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to, I think, yeah, what I'll do is I'll just move the ones that are kind of in the way. Like that. And then like that. But then, like, for this one, I do want to hide the bones that are underneath that. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Let's get it started. Ha. As if we haven't been started the whole time. Okay. Oh. Gotta make these the same color. Return of the inefficient color picking. Woo! As always, you know me. Okay. Yeah, baby. Okay. I think that's, yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. Because I don't want to go nuts. I don't want to go bonkers on this shading, you know? Just enough to give the impression of shape. Because, yeah, this isn't going to be this one's going to, I mean, yeah, I don't think it needs to have, you know, insane close-up detail, because that's not what I like doing anyway. I don't really like doing insane amounts of close-up detail. Sometimes I do, but when I'm painting, no, I don't, because I think I'm a lot more drawn to efficiency with shapes in painting. Like, you know, how much can you do with, you know, this little or whatever. And then we'll throw in some ground bounce light, especially on the parts that are closer to the ground. Obviously, that's what the bounce light does. Because I mean, a lot of these shapes are going to be mostly covered by the vulture shadows. So they don't need to be super clear, you know? Alright. Ah. Yeah, there we go. And then I think just a little bit of multiply in there. Yeah. I think it's a little busy, honestly, with the vulture shadows. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I do think I want to move this smaller one up a little bit. Make it a little smaller so you can see those antlers a little bit better. Yeah. And then since I've made it smaller, I can maybe blur it out a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Let's save that. The colors on this aren't as fantastical as I've done colors for other things. But I think this is really cool. So we're going to save that out at 300 resolution. This is, by the way, the reason I was so clear on doing this one is because I came into it with this idea that I wanted to do, and that's kind of the secret to, I guess, me sketching while I have to talk, is to come into it with ideas. So we've still got all those other sketches that I'm going to do something with eventually, but this one I really wanted to get done because I had a really clear vision of how this was going to look. So I'm really happy with that. I'm really glad that turned out. Okay. And then we can kind of get a look at, I'm going to pull up Omen, so we can look and see how those look together. Open the file. Let me save that real quick. How come you're a different size, Omen? You shouldn't be a different size. Oh, I don't think they are. Do these look like, part of the same world to you? I guess I could throw in. Oh, sorry, sneeze. Damn, okay. I guess I could throw in, because I think what really makes Omen cool is this, like, really bright, because this isn't a multiply layer, I don't think. Let me go find it. Yeah, that's a difference layer. Okay, let's try that, actually. That's a little more purple than I wanted it, but no. Yeah, how's that? That kind of makes them a little more in common, doesn't it? Maybe a little more gray. Yeah, there we go. And then we have to fade this out a little bit again. Yeah, I think keeping those shadow colors the same really helps give it a sense of continuity, and adds a little bit of that surreality that I like so much about Omen. Is it hard to look at, though, is the question? Well, I'll save out both versions. Feast difference. Save. 300. Yes. And then I can sort of get a better sense of which version of that I like more. Oh, I see what I did. So for you, the difference is that... Actually, can I cancel? No, it's too late. Too late to cancel. Okay. Because the main difference, but... No, I do want to keep that. I do want to keep that, because the main difference between the shadows in Omen and the shadows in Feast is that in Omen, the shadow does not affect the figure. It's only on the background layer. So I'm going to try that really quick on Feast. What is this multiply layer for? I just found a random background layer. Oh, that's for the... Yeah, okay. Let's try that. That looks a little strange. That looks a little strange, I will say. Yeah, I think I'll go with that for now. Well, I'll save all of them out just to see. Feast BG difference. I'll play with that. Because I think the more natural looking one, the one that looks like, realistic, is also pretty interesting. I like the way that one looks too. But the only question is, do I want it to match the sort of aesthetic of Omen, or do I want it to have kind of its own vibe? Because I want it to be clear that these are part of a collection. They're part of the same, exploring the same ideas. And I think it is clear, even without the differences, but I think the strange and sort of gaudy color choices in Omen are super fun, and I like that. I like doing that a lot. So I would want to bring some of that in to the rest of the collection. Alright. I think that's enough of that for now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about all that. Alrighty. Dear. Done. Unhighlight. Move to the bottom. Now we can play with some new ideas. Because I think I'm going to do this one next. Because this one should be pretty easy to get going. Bell. I don't think the sketch is the right aspect ratio. Did not mean to do that. I meant to copy this layer. First order of business, get rid of everything outside of this. Well, I did pretty good. I did pretty good with that aspect ratio. That's pretty good. Honestly, I think I just have to clean this one up a little bit. This one might be done already. This is really cool. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, honestly, let's just organize the layers a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. These are background. This is church. And then this. is the fella. And then these two are clipped to the background. What's this background color we've got? Same thing as the other ones, where we've got the sort of imperfect border. Like so. And then we can clean up these clouds a little better. I've got a better brush for clouds. Where is it? That's a good one for clouds. And then bring in some sharper lines. Honestly, I think this one might be better overall for that sort of wispy kind of desert cloud look. Okay, and then this. Get our base thing. Like that. Yeah, this one's already like mostly done. I didn't mean to do that, but that means less work and more product. Well, I don't mean to say product in like a dismissive way or a capitalistic way. Just in the sense of, having something that's done. As opposed to a lot of things that are not done. Because a lot of the time, that's what I get, is I get a lot of things that are not done. Again, I don't know how I've gone so much of my life without realizing that there's something afoot in my neurological situation. But I did. I went a long time. That's sort of going back to that that masking thing, which is that I was doing it so hard for so long that I didn't even know I was doing it, right? And since I didn't even know I was doing it, it wasn't like I was kind of doing a bad job, I know that. I know I was kind of doing a bad job, but not a bad enough job that anyone really noticed, you know? Until middle school, until it got bad in middle school. Then people were like, oh, wait a minute, there's something going on here. And there was something going on, but unfortunately, the something going on we addressed was not the only something going on. So, the rest of the issues persisted. Yeah, I'm not gonna change anything really about how this looks. Um, I'm just sort of cleaning up the lines a little bit, and darkening these shadows in some places. Um, because I think that's really evocative on its own, of the sort of vibe that I would like it to be evocative of. Um, yeah, we'll throw a little bit of a multiply in there. Just to make those lines even clearer. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Yeah, that's better. All right. Eh. There he goes. And then a little bit in here. There we go. Define that shape a little more. I think actually what we want to do is we want to do that. We want to really clear up this corner as best we can. Yeah, that's better. Honestly, I think the vulture might be pretty good as is. I think we'll just throw a little bit more red into the facial region. And then do some of that. Do some of that. There we go. That's just to make that beak stand out from the clouds a little bit more. And then I think we will blend out some of these. Just so that they, fall a little bit further into the background. Because I don't want, the clouds are not the point. Same thing with the plants. In Feast, the clouds are not the point. The clouds do not need to be so distinct. They just need to be shapes. Yeah. Oh, that's a big one we're missing? Okay. I forgot something important. I was just looking at the shape, and I was like, something's off with the shape. I wonder what it could be. You're missing one. You're missing a shape. You're missing a very important shape. And you know, since I was raised mostly Catholic, and a lot of my family is Catholic, I don't feel bad about using these aesthetics for my own purposes because they're cool. They're fucking cool. Like, everyone else has got it right. By everyone else, I mean people who aren't Catholic who use Catholic aesthetics to make a point, or to add some, you know, sick ass vibes into whatever it is they're making. Because the thing about Catholic aesthetics is that they're so fucking cool. Like, Catholic aesthetics and themes are so cool. Like, they fuck so hard. So I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I know quite a bit about them. For my own purposes. Because I don't believe. I really don't. But this fucks. And I feel like it'd be a waste if I didn't, because like this was a lot of my childhood. You know, church on Sunday was a lot of my childhood. So like, I don't know. It feels disingenuous to just ignore that and not, you know, incorporate it into my life now. The fact that not incorporating the religion itself, but the fact that I had the experience of it. You know what I'm saying? Is this making any sense at all? I hope it is. I hope this makes sense because it makes sense to me. I think this shadow is too strong. I do think that shadow is too strong. It doesn't need to be that serious. I think just, yeah, something like that. That's much better. And then this is like a very bright white shape. I think we'll throw a little bit of actual white in there. Just a tad, just a touch, not too much. Just to sort of accent these lines here. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Alright. Sick. Yeah, no, that was like 10 minutes. No, it wasn't. It was more than that. But still. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Ghosts of the chat. Well, I feel like I got a lot done today. Is that a full 2 hours? Yeah, it is, baby. Full 2 hour stream. All right. Now I can play video games the rest of the day. I'm waiting on my sister to join me in V-Rising. I had a thought the other day that the whole game, these developers, the developers who made V-Rising are genuinely some of the funniest fucking people ever. Because I was thinking about the name of the game. Like, it's a vampire game, right? So it's like, okay, V for vampire, V-Rising. But then I had a thought where I was like, well, what if I streamed it, right? And then I was like, well, what could I call this stream if I were to do that? And I said, well, who up Rising Navy? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is the whole goddamn game a sex joke? Because genuinely, like, sorry, gotta transition. Like, that was one of the funniest things that because, okay, first of all, so many of the enemies are horny. So many of the enemies are so horny. Like, Domina, first of all, Domina, Goreswine, very horny. Fuck, what's her name? The general. I don't remember her name. The one with the Iron Maiden. The one with the Iron Maiden in the in Mortium. I don't remember her name, but she's, yeah. And then the fisherman. The fisherman. whose dialogue includes such gems as you're no match for my rod, and it's not the size of your rod, it's how you use it. So I was like, damn, dude, that's really funny. That's really funny. The whole game is a Anyway, it's genuinely one of my favorite games ever made. I have, I think, 265 something hours. Oops, sorry. Moving and adjusting. Okay. Yeah, no, I have hundreds of hours. Hundreds of hours in V-Rising, and it was free over the weekend, so my sister finally got it, so now we can play. I'm very excited about that. Finally have someone to play with. Okay, well, haunt you later, fellas. Thanks for hanging out.